What's up? So a common question I get from people is, what happens when I get limited by sportsbooks? Especially if you're a high volume player or if you go on a winning streak, it's very likely that the sportsbooks are going to start limiting you. And there's 3 different things that I suggest to people that get limited. Number 1 is to work with your limits. So quite simply, if you're getting limited to $500 a bet, just simply accept that and only place the $500 bets on that site. Over time, you might end up getting limited even more, but at least you still can place the bet. So just accept that you might be a little limited, but you got to work with what you've got. The second option for someone who has gotten limited is to open up a different sportsbook account, an account on a different website or app. It's actually great to have as many sportsbook options as possible so that if you get limited at any point by one sportsbook, you can always choose to go with another sportsbook. Now, I wouldn't recommend creating 2 accounts on the same sportsbook because that's against their terms of service and they don't allow it. So what I'm saying is to make sure that you're signing up for multiple different sportsbooks. Okay, so DraftKings, FanDuel, Caesars, MGM. Make sure that you have an account on all the different sites that are available in your state, as well as offshore if you want to go offshore. But just make sure that you are signing up for as many different accounts as you possibly can and taking advantage of those sign-up bonuses. And if you want to learn how to earn instant profit from those sign-up bonuses, make sure you check out my course. There will be a link below this video, or you can message me profits. Message me the word profits, and I'll send you my free course. The third option is sometimes, depending on the sportsbook, you can actually have your limits lifted by losing. Okay, the reason that you're getting limited in the first place is because you're winning too much on that sportsbook. And so they are limiting the amount of money you can put down because they want to limit the amount that you can win. But if you start losing on a sportsbook that you have high limits on, your limits can actually come up. I've seen it happen many times where I get limited on a sportsbook and then I start losing on that sportsbook and my limits start to raise. It's not a science. It doesn't work for every sportsbook. And the amount that you have to lose in order to raise your limits is completely unknown. But in terms of a strategy that actually could raise your limits if you ever get limited, this is something that you can think about doing. And the way that I would suggest doing it is by doing what's called low holding, which is taking a bet on that sportsbook as well as a bet on another sportsbook. This only works if you're placing high odds bets, like maybe plus 200, plus 250, plus 300 or higher bets on that sportsbook, knowing that you're probably going to lose that bet, but then hedging on a second sportsbook. So the issue is that obviously then on that second sportsbook, now you're going to be winning on that book, but you can spread it out over a bunch of different sportsbooks so that you're not just winning on one sportsbook, you're winning on different other sportsbooks, compared to the sportsbook that you have the limits on. So those are my 3 tips for anyone who is getting limited or worried about getting limited on sportsbooks. Those are the ways that I've dealt with it and that I've helped my students deal with it as well. So if you guys like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to this channel for more. And also, once again, if you want my free course that teaches people how to go from signing up for new sports books, how to make $1,000 in the next 10 days, all you have to do is comment below profits. Comment the word profits.